Hiya, Renee Jones here. So last week I spent an entire day with a butterfly. I found it really early when I was out walking Ellie, my dog, and I wasn't quite sure what I was seeing at first because A, it was dark, and B, it was on its side with its wings together, and it just kind of looked dead. But then it moved, just a little. I couldn't see leaving him there in the middle of the sidewalk because I thought he'd going to be stepped on, so I gently picked him up and I brought him home. And I put him in the bathroom on some plants we have in there. Not that I know anything about insects, mind you. So I did a quick read about what to give it. Needless to say, he was not impressed with my saucer of sugar water. So I closed all the doors and went on about my day. And I just kind of checked on him at intervals. And I willed the sun to come out, which is not usually a problem in Texas, but on that day, it did not. Around 11, I took him out to some ground cover that has these little trumpet flowers. And 3 hours later, he was still in the same spot. This was not going well. So I did a bit more reading. And I made him a temporary habitat so I could put him under a light to warm him up. I had this rectangular tub that was about 6 inches deep. I found a flat rock because apparently they like that. And I put some grass and a little bit of soil in there. I don't know why. Key information: a paper towel to soak up the sugar water in the dish makes it a lot easier to consume. So I coaxed the butterfly from the ground cover onto my finger and I moved him onto the paper towel. And he extended the proboscis thing right into it. Great! He's feeding. I was nearly done taping down some nylon screens so he'd be safe inside. And he started flapping his wings. And then he flew around the tub. Ah, not cold. Hungry. And probably now a little sugar high. So he drank a bit more as I got all the tape off so I could remove the screen. And I offered him my finger and he hopped on. I lifted him out of the tub expecting him to fly off immediately. But he didn't. He looks so much more alive now. Does color come back into the wings? I'm not sure, but he just looked better. And we stood there sort of looking at each other a bit longer. I almost got out my phone to do some video of it. But then he flew up to the top of this live oak tree. I spent a ridiculous amount of time with that butterfly, but watching it fly away, pure joy. It felt like a moment of life again. You ever need that? I do. And I truly did that day. So, what did I learn? My heart loves that. Finding a way to help something or someone, and I'll keep looking until I find the information that works, that helps. Secondly, there is nothing like a real moment to fill your heart. Our hearts need care. They need filling and restoring at regular intervals. We try to manufacture it with food or drink. We'll settle for a snack cake or a bread roll to soothe ourselves. But that doesn't last, does it? Taking the time, even when you don't think you have any to spare, to do something that brings you true joy and fulfillment, that soothes and fills that space more than food ever possibly could. Our hearts need care as much as our bodies do, and we neglect both and suffer for it. If you want some help finding your way again, send me a message. Let's go for life. All the best.